Hey guys, welcome back to CLOCKWISE Crypto. Hope you guys are moving forward in everything that you do. Now today I'm going to talk about a question that I've been getting asked about my thoughts on projects leaving the Cardano blockchain. Now, I am very bullish on Cardano, okay? I'm very bullish on Cardano, but one of the major reasons why I am still bullish on Cardano as a whole is because of Charles Hoskinson. The guy he was a part of creating Ethereum. He already has the track record of success. They already established, if you look at the roadmap and the targets that were hit, they pretty much separated themselves by, providing updates on their roadmap. Okay. This was one of the only projects that, you could go in and see where they're at. And, there was actually a status, diagram that showed what percentage they were towards completion of each of the phases within their roadmap. Okay. From Byron, Shelley, Godwin, Basho, Voltaire, like they were, as transparent as they come. Okay. And one of the things that I think that turned out to be a deterrent for a lot of these other projects for coming on Cardano is because Cardano wasn't necessarily the flashiest or the sexiest. They let the math and the science speak for themselves. So one other reason for me with continuing to be bullish on Cardano is Charles Hoskinson. Like, there's nothing else for me to say there. Like, Charles Hoskinson, he has been pretty much one of the forefront faces of the crypto industry. Okay. And, I think that he's done more for crypto than he's given credit for. And I do believe that Cardano is, going to be one of those situations where projects that are leaving now are going to eventually need to come back because, I do think that the proof of stake, the proof of stake mechanism for the blockchain has really been the standard, is going to become the standard. I think, Ethereum already made that transition to proof of stake. Okay. So clearly something in the first person that was talking about proof of stake was Charles Hoskinson, Cardano. Okay. So I think from a scalability standpoint, I do think that Cardano, is really, a trailblazer when it talks about where these top companies are going to go when it comes to choosing which blockchain to incorporate elections, which blockchain are they going to use to incorporate, healthcare, and they're already geared for it. If you look at the enterprise section, developing a platform, Cardano is being built to accommodate a broad range of use cases, solving problems across multiple industries. They're already working on it. They're already working on, from a government standpoint, being able to, current credentials, issuance, and verification systems are flawed. They're saying here that documented control remains with the issuer rather than the individual, for example. And they go in through this and talk about digital identity and, having, a Tala Prism, which is an IOHK product, which is going to be on the Cardano blockchain. And it's going to enable users to have full control of their credentials, which they can share instantly and verify at any time on the blockchain, guys. That alone is something that you should pay attention to. Who has been in front of governments already, agencies already? Okay. XRP, everyone, we talk about XRP. Brad Garlinghouse has been in front of government officials. Charles Hoskinson has as well. XRP is going to be for payments. Cardano is going to be for the infrastructure to vote, the infrastructure to secure your identity. So, voter fraud may not even be happening anymore when you implement this, this tech, this secure way of voting. So you can be verified on the blockchain. Your healthcare, you can verify it on the blockchain. Education, you can have issuance of academic certifications, and you can have that on the blockchain. You can go and verify that. So there's no need for fake degrees or anything like that. You can verify their education on the blockchain, and that's what they're gearing up for. Looking at retail, you can verify if this is authentic on the blockchain. They're gearing up for all this already. And it's something that should be exciting, because it's going to be one of those things where no one's talking about it until it's already a need, and you're going to, they're going to try to act fast, and they're going to mess something up. Okay. Cardano, if you've been around crypto for any extended period of time, you remember when we were going through these phases in their roadmap. Okay. Like Byron felt like forever. Shelly, it was like, oh, finally. And Godwin, and then Beisho, it's like Godwin was like forever. They took their time. And to be honest with you, it wasn't the sexiest thing to look at. It wasn't, to experience. You like going through, you're like, oh man, they're just taking their own time. Meanwhile, you got like Solana just balling out of control. Oh, and one thing that Cardano did was, they stuck with the math and they took their time to get it right. Now, are there going to be hiccups along the way? Yes. But they rather the hiccups now and take their time than try to scale and be something, balling out of this world, and then people lose millions of dollars because of a hack, because of a miscode. Okay. So proof of stake, has, from a math standpoint, they felt like this was the best way from a scalability standpoint. And I love what they're doing. I'm super bullish on Cardano still. And I do think that this is going to be one of those scenarios where projects are going to leave, but they're going to need to come back. And they're going to wish they would have stayed, or they're going to end up going to proof of stake somehow, some way, and it's going to cost, right? I do think that Cardano is going to continue to really be a major player in the crypto space, in the blockchain space, because I do not think that there is much competition when it comes to the level of science and rigor and the audits and being able to get peer reviewed, and having someone pretty much come and open the books and say where you're at and show us where we're wrong. That peer review process was a killer, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. The peer review process with all these, like the papers and oh my gosh, for me, I'm just impatient, right? And I'm like, come on, let's build. And they took their time and they stuck to their process. And now when it's time to scale, they're ready, and they're able to handle, not only for for first world countries, but also for third world countries to, be able to scale, be able to serve people and provide solutions that won't fail. So I'm excited, I'm super excited. And we look at, being able to stake and vote and the wallets and being able to see the enterprise section of it. And that's kind of what interests me right now, the enterprise section of it, and how you're going to be able to apply the Cardano blockchain to the world. Now, I don't think there's too many, blockchains that can compete pound for pound with Cardano. I do talk about HBAR a good bit, only because of the upside potential as an investor. Okay. I think Cardano is going to be a sleeping giant the same way. Now, I do have Cardano pulling back. We can look at the charts real quick. I do have Cardano pulling back a little bit, and this is solely contingent upon Bitcoin falling below 25,000. All this is contingent upon Bitcoin falling below 25,000. Okay. This needs to happen. Okay. Bitcoin needs to drop below 25,000. And what we'll see here is we'll see ADA drop to 15 cents, which is a steal after, shooting up to $3 in the last bull market. Shot up to $3. Okay. Shot all the way up to $3 in the last bull market. Pulled back just like everything else. So right now, everything's pretty much at a standstill when it comes to price action, because we need to see what Bitcoin is going to do. Okay. But from an adoption standpoint, there's only a couple blockchains where I really feel like I'm going to bet the bank on. Those blockchains are Cardano, HBAR, and Stellar. Cardano, because I'm not betting against Charles Hoskinson. Stellar, I'm not betting against Jed McCaleb. Okay. Jed McCaleb, Mt. Gox, Ripple has the track record of success. Okay, so does Charles Hoskinson. HBAR has the governing council. Okay, with the top companies in the world. Okay, so those are, you know, some of the blockchains that I talk about that I think are no brainers for me, and I definitely think that Cardano is going to continue to be a major player, but I don't think it's going to be a major player and sexy in the hype that people are used to. It's not going to be like a Solana where it's hype and all this flash and lights and all that. And I think it's going to be based on math. I think it's going to be based on people seeing the peer review, people being able to open the books and see the technology. And I think that's going to be a way for them to scale. And, you know, where do you think companies are going to go? That's kind of what I want to ask you. Where do you think the companies are going to go when they have to look at a blockchain, you know, without building their own, because they don't want to make mistakes, right? No one wants to sign their name and make a mistake, right? But where do you think these big companies are going to go when they need a solid blockchain? Okay, there's going to be multiple winners. Cardano is going to be one of those winners. I don't think that you're going to see companies like Walmart go to Solana. I just don't think it's going to happen. Okay, I think companies like Walmart or conservative companies like, you know, let's say, you know, Chick-fil-A, or conservative companies like Costco or, you know, Louis Vuitton, I don't think they're going to go to a Solana. I think they're going to go to somewhere like Cardano, where they've done the homework, they've done peer reviewed, and they took their time through the process. Okay, and that's what's going to be required. You know, when institutions, or I wouldn't say institutions like banks, but I would say big companies take that leap and really see the value in blockchain technology, they're going to go with a project like Cardano over these fly by night blockchains. Okay, so I'm still bullish on Cardano. I think it's a shame that projects are leaving, but I think they're leaving because they're getting blinded by the flashing lights. Okay, there is no flashing lights when you're talking about being the financial stack for the world. Okay, there is no speed for that. You need to do it right. Okay, so guys, that's just my two cents on my thoughts on Cardano. Cardano is one of the top blockchains in the world and will remain one of the top blockchains in the world. Okay, and that's just my 2 cents, guys. Hope you guys got some value out of this video. Keep moving forward in everything that you do, and we'll see you soon.